Hi, I'm Kitty Felde. Every summer we like to ask our producers and interns to tell us which of our episodes are their very favorite. So, Chad Francis, what do you think?
Hi, I'm Chad Francis, and I'm a producer here on Book Club for Kids, and my favorite episode is The Name of This Book is Secret. And the reason is that it reminds me of the types of books and other media that I enjoyed as a kid. I was very much into these kind of complex books for my age very early on, books that kind of played with your mind, right? So here we have a book with a big secret and a character who is in this survival mode, which reminds me of some of the video games that I used to play in the early 2000s. This genre of survival horror was very popular, and one of those games was Silent Hill. It's another story that leaves up a lot for the player to imagine, and it's a different experience in that sense for each player's psyche. So The Name of This Book is Secret really touched into this genre that I love, and the author was absolutely great in the episode.
It's a book club for kids.
It's the 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 Book Club for Kids podcast.
Hi, I'm Kitty Felde. This week we talk about secrets.
The secret, right, doesn't actually get revealed in The Name of This Book is Secret, does it?
That's writer Pseudonymous Bosch. He joined us, masked and socially distanced, out on a schoolyard to talk about the book The Name of This Book is Secret, with a group of students from Los Angeles.
I would explain this book like a mystery or a mission.
Our main character shares the name of the voice of doom, Cassandra.
Cass is a survivalist. Her motto, be prepared.
That's our celebrity reader, actress Satomi Hofmann. This is the Book Club for Kids, the show where kids talk about books. We'll tell you how you can be on the show a little later on, but first, let's meet our readers.
Hello, my name is George.
Hello, my name is Roxy.
Hi, my name is Delilah.
Hello, my name is Daniel.
Hello, my name is Michael.
And we're all 4th and 5th graders. At Farmdale Elementary.
All right, who wants to tell me what the book's about?
The book is about a girl named Cassandra and a boy named Max Ernest that are discovering a mystery about a dead magician.
They want to figure out the mystery about the magicians. They also find two people.
These two people, Mrs. Mavis and Dr. L, they are trying to get a certain secret from Cassandra and Max Ernest.
They are also trying to figure out something about the Cynthia.
It's a place where people go to get younger, to look younger.
So if you were to describe this book just in general, without giving all the plot, how would you describe it? I mean, what kind of a book is this?
I would explain this book like a mystery or like a mission.
It's about secrets. How, you need partners and that you need to, teamwork. And then some of the book is how, that you need to keep a secret sometimes, but you break the rule sometimes.
There's multiple mysterious chapters and, unspeakable things.
Unspeakable things? Like what?
Like a missing magician. Things you wouldn't imagine.
Well, let's learn a little bit more about our main character, Cassandra. Our celebrity reader is actress Satomi Hofmann.
As you can tell, Cass is very practical. She has no time for trivial matters. Her motto, be prepared. Her mission, to make sure that she and her friends and family survive all the disasters that befall them. Cass is a survivalist. These are things Cass carries in her backpack every day. Flashlight, compass, silver mylar space blanket, surprisingly warm if you haven't tried one, also has useful reflective properties. Box of juice, usually grape, doubles as ink in a pinch. Unlike the Cassandra of myth, the girl who figures in our story is not a prophet. She cannot see into the future, nor has she been cursed by a god, at least not to my knowledge, but she resembles a prophet in that she is always predicting disaster. earthquakes, hurricanes, plagues. She is an expert in all things terrible, and she sees evidence of them everywhere. That is why I'm calling her Cassandra, or Cass for short. As you know, I cannot describe Cass in detail, but this much I will tell you. From the outside, Cass looks like a typical 11-year-old. Her major distinguishing feature is that she has rather large, pointy ears. And before you tell me that I shouldn't have told you about the ears, let me explain that she almost always covers her ears with her hair or with a hat, so chances are you will never see them. While she may look like other girls, Cass is, in other respects, a very unaverage sort of person. She doesn't play games involving fortune-telling or jump rope or strings of any kind. She doesn't even watch television very often. She doesn't own a single pair of soft suede boots lined with fleece. She wouldn't even want a pair, unless they were waterproof and could protect her in a snowstorm.
This particular Cassandra in the book has a lot of worries. What's she worried about?
She is worried about danger happening, or...
So what does she do about it?
She got like this book from, I think it was a library or something, and she was setting up traps.
She has a backpack with flashlights and different types of rope and survivalist equipment.
You know, it kind of reminded me of what they tell us to do in California, which is what?
Like always be prepared. Earthquakes.
Earthquakes. So what are we supposed to do
Natural
to be prepared?
disasters.
Any kind of natural disaster. What are we supposed to do to prepare?
Have an emergency kit.
And what's supposed to be in that emergency kit?
It's supposed to have water, a cell phone charger,
It also needs to have canned food.
and blankets.
So why is Cassandra so worried in the book about something happening?
Because supposedly, in the book, she lies to Max Ernest saying that her dad got struck by lightning, so she's always prepared.
There's a line in the book that says lying is an important thing to have. Do you guys agree or disagree?
I agree, because Cassandra had to lie to her mom about going to Max Ernest's house, and instead she went to the spa, and she wouldn't have been able to go without, like, her mom saying yes or her lying to her mom.
Lying sometimes can hide dark secrets that sometimes you don't want people to know. These secrets can be important and change the way you may live.
I think it depends on what you lie about.
Well, how do you decide when it's okay to lie and when it's not?
I feel like when it comes to parents, I don't think you should lie. So that's like when you should not lie. And then for like other reasons, maybe you don't want anybody to know, for example, like your personal life.
Or like if it affects someone else. You could lie about something that could affect someone else. Like put them in danger or something, or lie, and you shouldn't.
The whole book is about people who don't want to get old. Is that something you would worry about?
I think dying is something common in life, and you should accept it when people have to go. When it's their time to go home, to heaven.
What about hanging around longer? Would you like to be 90 years old?
I wouldn't prefer to be 90 years old, because then you would see other of your family members go, and then you would be more sad the more you get older.
Like, once you get older, you don't get to do the things that you were able to do when you were younger.
Does that mean you'd rather be dead than not able to do everything you wanted to do?
No, but you living is, like, harder than what it was before.
Now, in this book, people are willing to do a lot of things to be able to stay young. What would you do to be able to stay at your ideal age?
I would do what Dr. L and Mrs. Mavis do. They put monkey blood on themselves, baby monkey blood, so they stay younger. And I think
Wait a minute. So you'd be willing to kill a baby monkey in order to stay young? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, because the mom monkey and the dad monkey could always produce more babies.
George, that is a little cruel, but I wouldn't go so far as to stay at an age. I don't think growing would be bad in any way, as you would just get mature and wiser.
Would you recommend this book to everybody else in the school to read? I see lots and lots of nods. Yes?
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend this book to the school. Not only the school, but a lot of other people. Especially if you're curious and you're like kind of like Cass and Max Eastern, who want to find out or want to get to the point or like want to be adventurous. Yeah, I would definitely recommend the book.
I agree with Roxanne, but I would only recommend it to some 3rd graders and up and 4th graders and up, because it's a lot of reading to do. And yeah, if you're a big adventurous like Max, Ernest, and Cass, you would really like this book.
I don't really recommend it to like kids that are not too old, because some parts of the story get kind of cruel, but it's a good mysterious book.
Sounds like a good time to bring out our writer, Pseudonymous Bosch. You guys got some questions for him?
What is the name of the book?
What is the name of the book? The name of this book is secret. Wow. You're starting off with a tough one. Well, what do you think the name of the book is?
Book.
Book. It could be, because the name of the book, maybe the name of the book is secret. Maybe secret is the title, right? Because maybe the name of this book is secret, just like the name of this book is David or Judy. Maybe the name of the book is just something that I can never reveal. I'll tell you what it is. I wrote the name of this book is secret in elementary school. I wasn't a student. I was an adult volunteer at a school where they had a program called Writing Partners. And I was supposed to write something for my writing partner. And I decided to write a book. And the first thing I asked myself was, what should I call the book? And I couldn't think of a title. And then I thought, I know why I don't know the name of the book. It's because the name of this book is secret. And that's where the title comes from.
How long did it take for you to make the book?
Well, to write the book took several years. I wrote lots and lots of drafts of the name of this book is secret, because after first I wrote it as a series of letters to my writing partner that I sent in the mail. And then once I decided it was really going to be a book and not just a bunch of letters, I don't know if your teachers ever make you revise anything that you write. No. It's kind of hard and kind of frustrating to revise things, but I had to do it. And then when I found an agent, I had to finish it up for her. So there might have been, 20 drafts written of the name of this book is secret over about 3 years, I'm going to say.
Where did you get the idea for a spa for Cass to go, and why did you bring Max Ernest back into the spa as just like there to save Cass?
People associate spas with being youthful, and and there was also something called the Fountain of Youth, or a myth of the Fountain of Youth, and all those things were sort of in my head. I think when I was writing about the bad guys, the Midnight Sun, and their spa, because as you know, they were bent on becoming immortal and forever youthful.
Out of all secrets, why would you pick like those type of secrets? Like, where did they come from?
The secret, right, doesn't actually get revealed in the name of this book is secret, does it? Well, I will tell you something. It's a little bit of a spoiler. It doesn't get revealed in the second book in the series, or the third book in the series, or the fourth book in the series. You have to read all the way to the end of the 5-book series to hear more about the secret.
Did anyone help you write this book, or is it just you?
Oh, I don't get any help from anybody. That's not true. I get lots of help. I still get lots of help. You know one of the people who helps me write books? My mom. She's a writer. And actually, my father is a writer too, and he didn't help so much with this book, but he certainly taught me a lot about writing at one point in my life. And I rely on help from friends, from editors at the publishing houses, and you know who else I rely on? Readers. I also have a book called Write This Book that I couldn't finish. It's a half-written book for kids to complete for me. I think of readers actually as collaborators.
Okay, now we come to the part of the show that's the hardest question we ask. Yes, it's time to ask, what is your favorite book and why?
For me, mine would have to be Matilda. Matilda is a good book, and I love to go on Matilda's adventures with her, so I enjoy reading that book.
Percy Jackson books, because adventure and cool monsters.
I like Diary of the Wimpy Kid series because there's multiple different things in the book. It's I don't know, it just catches my interest every book.
Me, it would also have to be Diary of the Wimpy Kid because they're funny and he's the character's not that smart, and also whenever I'm reading Diary of the Wimpy Kid, it doesn't feel like I'm reading it. It feels like I'm there watching it, but they don't see me watching it.
What about you, Satomi Hofmann? What's your favorite book?
So one of my favorite books is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. And it is this amazing book that's got intrigue and mystery, a little bit of magic. There's a circus that just appears overnight, fully formed, with things that are completely impossible happening in it. You never know what's going to happen next. And the best part is that the way Morgenstern writes, you create this movie in your head that is just richer and more complex and more detailed than any film could ever show you. It's just the best. And even years after reading it, I still have the whole movie in my head. So I think you should go and read it too.
All right, Chad Francis, what is your favorite book?
My favorite book is one that we read together in my class during middle school, and it's called The Outsiders by S.C. Hinton. And it's about teenagers who are in two rival gangs of different socioeconomic statuses, which are the Greasers, who are of the working class, and the Socs, which is short for socials. I never figured out if I'm pronouncing it correctly because it's the printed word. But the Socs are of the upper class. And I had the unique experience of having grown up in both well-off areas and also underserved areas. And having that experience really burst the bubble that I had around myself. And I think that this book does it as well. And it's a really worthwhile story.
Thanks this week to our writer Pseudonymous Bosch and our celebrity reader Satomi Hofmann. And thanks to our readers this week and the whole crew at Farmdale Elementary School in Los Angeles, Claudia Magana and Principal Oscar Sandoval. This episode is supported in part by the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors through the Department of Arts and Culture, and by our partners at Access Books, with a special thanks to Lori Kampner and Rebecca Constantino. We'll be back next week with more conversation with writer Pseudonymous Bosch. And if you are looking for something not too scary to listen to this month, check out our other podcast, The Fina Mendoza Mysteries. It's the story of a demon cat that haunts the U.S. Capitol and the 10-year-old detective who is chasing down that nefarious feline. The Fina Mendoza Mysteries, wherever you listen to podcasts. I'm Kitty Felde. Thanks so much for listening.